professional and the course is still for you, because it takes you from a beginner and turns you into, if you do your part, of course, into a trader, someone that will be able to trade successfully and make some money. So let me just tell this person so that I can give you my full attention. So we take people from the basics, train them step by step, and turn them into what I like to call professional traders, people that can make some money for themselves. So the aim of tonight's presentation is I'd like to show you a little bit about our company so that you know who we are and where we're from and those kind of things. Then I want to spend a bit of time on showing you why people don't become rich the traditional way. Then I want to give you a bit of an idea of how trading works and what's the potential and the opportunity for it. And then I guess the most important thing that I want to show you tonight is it's all good and well. I can show you that you can make all this money when you trade, but you can't make that money if you don't know what you're doing. Does that make sense to all of you? And that's why we have Stock Market College. That's why we have a course. That's why people come to us. It's like anything else in life. You can't be a doctor or an engineer or drive a car or swim or do anything if you didn't learn how to do it. So we teach people to trade. And the interesting thing is we can clearly see that people who have done our course trade and have a lot more success than people that don't. So let me ask you, I mean, I've now given you a mouthful so far. Questions or comments before I start officially with my presentation? I've got my PowerPoint file open. I'm going to double check on which screen it's going to open so that I know which screen to share. Okay, I've got that under control. Who's got any question or comment? Yeah, who's got anything that they want to know before I officially start? Just so that some just housekeeping rules. If your background's noisy, please keep yourself on mute. If it's not, then please feel free to unmute. At any point in time, you're welcome to ask me a question either in the chat or you can speak up if you like. I'd like you to be interactive. The most important thing for me is when we end this presentation tonight, I'd like you to feel that you found value from it, that you've learned something. I've been in this business for 36 years I've been in trading. That's a lifetime. So there's nothing that I've not seen or done or whatever. I can tell you that I'm truly an expert in this area and in teaching people, because we've taught thousands and thousands of people just like you. So you can't be shy. You can ask me anything. Happy? Any questions? Thank you. Shaden says impressive. I like that. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Any questions in the chat? Let me give you 30 seconds to pose any questions and then I can start. Yes, absolutely. We will send you a copy of the recorded presentation. That's one of the reasons why we record it. So if you have load shedding, there's a motivation and reason for you to sign up on the course, man. I mean, don't you want to make enough money so that you can buy solar panels and a battery backup and an inverter, and you know that it's load shedding when your neighbor starts his generator? Yes, no, maybe. Brian says, are you a goat? You know that a goat is G-O-A-T. It's the greatest of all times. So they call someone like Messi, the soccer player, the greatest of all times, although other people say it's Ronaldo. And then I think I'm the greatest soccer player of all times. Yeah, any case. So let me start the presentation. We're going to spend a bit of quality time together. Peter Utam says, hello, good evening, Ardis. I need your coffee. Peter, this coffee is good stuff, man. It's my wife made it for me, and it's so lekker. Okay, let me share the screen.
I know. That's why I need it. I know.
And it's good to know that you're alive and kicking, eh?
I'm always there, Ardis.
Good, good. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Stock Market College course tonight. That's my name and surname. You can call me Hardis. You don't have to call me Mr. Van Bletsen or whatever. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Stock Market College and Quick Trade, and that's my cell phone number. You can save my name and number and my cell phone number. As I explained earlier tonight, please, whatever you do, don't phone me. You're most welcome to send me a WhatsApp. And if I don't read it immediately, please don't be alarmed. Sometimes I'm busy in a meeting. So I purposefully leave a WhatsApp unread so that I can get back to it when I have time. I see here's some interesting questions. Duration of the course. Do I have a chance to become a profitable trader from a $100 USD account? So let me tell you about the duration of the course up front. We give our clients 3 years access to our online learning management system. And the reason why we do that is we are continuously developing new material as things in the markets change. So we want you to have that kind of access to the material. So if we update or something new comes along, you can learn about it. That's the first thing you need to know. The second thing, do you have a chance to become a profitable trader from a $100 USD account? Yes, of course you have, if you do the right things. So let me tell you all some success and failure stories up front, because for some of you, you'll have a laugh. Others, it'll be a motivation. I see clients every single day who are making $100 US or $1,000 US or 20,000 Rand. So I can categorically, I can share my screen and I can show you real clients on our MetaTrader 5 platform who's made 250,000 Rand profit for the month. I can show you people who have made 250,000 Rand profit for the week. And I can show you clients who make $250,000 Rand in a day. I can also show you people that make 5,000 Rand a day. Trading's like anything else. You're not going to make any money if you don't start somewhere. So if you're sitting here tonight and you've traded and you've lost some money, then get the education and get better. If you're sitting here tonight and you're absolute rookie and you've never traded, man, you're at the right place. That's what we do. We teach people to become confident. So let me tell you a fun story about a young client of ours. This guy, Safiso, opened an account with us about, it must be now like 4 months ago. He started on the course. He opened an account with 2,000 Rand and he promptly took 2 days to lose most of his money, and he had 40 Rand left in his account. And, you know, I chatted to him because what we do is we talk to people who make money, our students, and those who lose money, and we evaluate, well, what the hell went on? What was the reasons for you being successful or not being successful? So he was in a bit of a rush to make some money. So I said to him, you know what, learn a little bit more, gain a bit more confidence, just take things in your stride. So what he did is he applied himself for a good 2 months. And I'll never forget it. It was a Thursday afternoon sometime last year. He deposited another 2,000 Rand into his account. So he had 2,040 bucks. By midnight, he completed 446 trades and he made 154,000 Rand profit from 2,040 Rand. That's money. The next day, he made another 150,000 Rand, and then he drew the money and bought the bakkie. Now, I have to tell you up front, please don't have that expectation for yourself. It can surely be you, but I like to say to people, take a bit of a conservative approach. I'm going to ask you some interesting questions shortly about trading and what you want and why and whatever, but there's a success story for you. And it proves that, you know, it can be done. Okay, so that's my Instagram profile. I have, like, since this was taken a few months ago, I've now got over 4,500 followers. but please follow me on Instagram and I can follow you back. Then I can see what you're doing in your life and you can see what I'm doing in my life. And the cool thing is my Instagram's not fake. I'm not putting shit on there that's not real and true and whatever. So you get to know us and our company. Please, I'm becoming Instagram famous. There are now fake profiles. So there's one that says Hardness VP with a number 1 at the end. Other one's got an underscore at the end. Just make sure you follow the right Instagram profile. Who are you dealing with? Who are you talking with tonight? You're talking to Stock Market College. Tonight, we're going to talk about the course. We also have our broking business, Quick Trade. Why are there 2 companies? Let me tell you the story. Zelda, my wife and I, she's on this call. We started Stock Market College in 2002. On the 17th of October is the exact date. We registered the company and we started operating. And Apiwe, thanks for following me on Instagram. And in the beginning, all we did was teach people about trading. We had this course, and the course was just all about shares. How do you buy and sell shares to become rich over a period of time? As the years went by, suddenly we realized that, you know, a lot of people wanted to trade currencies or Forex. A lot of people wanted to trade indices like the NASDAQ. A lot of people wanted to trade commodities, gold, oil, etc. A lot of people wanted to move away from shares because they said it was too slow and trade CFDs or contracts for difference. So as time went by, we adjusted the course and the course material to teach people all of this. Then in about 2009, Zelda said to me, you know what, we can't just teach people. We've got to give them a way to make the money back that they've paid for this course. So I said to her, what are you talking about? And her answer was, you know, people sign up on this course. They spend money to do the course because that's what you're going to do if you start with us. You're going to spend some money and you're going to spend time. Now, the question you must answer is, if I spend this money and time, what is the rewards that I'm going to get? Am I going to be able to recover my course fees? Am I going to be able to trade successfully? How much money can I make? Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, otherwise, why do it? I mean, why do you go to university and you want to go and become a doctor? Okay, maybe you want to help people. You also want to make money. And you want to make sure that you do something where you get the fees back that you've spent. So Zelda said, we've got to help our clients to open a trading account, not just teach them with this course, deposit some money, start trading and make some money. So I said to her, okay. And then she said, well, you know, I understand from these brokers, if we refer clients to them, they will call us an introducing broker and they will give us commission because we've sent clients their way. And that's where our nightmare started. We referred clients to some brokers. The first broker was like a bunch of crooks and they never paid us any money for the clients we referred. We left them. The second brokers, the service was so bad that our clients got angry with us because we referred them to them. The third broker was a listed company, so we thought that's better. But then after a few thousand clients that we gave them, they said, no, we only want the big clients. So we got so sick and tired of struggling that Zelda said in 2013, why don't we start our own broking business? And that's when we started Quick Trade. Initially, the idea of Quick Trade was to be a broker exclusively for the clients of Stock Market College. Later on, we realized that lots of other clients are looking for a good broker. So now Quick Trade's got thousands and thousands of clients, not all of them Stock Market College students. And that's why I can say to you, we can look at our clients that trade and we can see the clear difference between the success of those who've done our course and those who haven't, because we can compare. When we started Quick Trade in 2014, we still used a software program called Pro Trader. It was like a trading platform. It wasn't that good. So it took us 5 years to make enough money to spend like 5 million Rand on MetaTrader 5 and the setup. So we entered into a contract with MetaQuotes. It's a company on the island Cyprus, a bunch of Russian people who wrote this trading platform called MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. And it's the highest used trading platform in the world. We bought a license from them to give that software to our clients. And then obviously last year, Quick Trade got its license also as an over-the-counter derivatives provider. So, and last year on the 17th of October, we celebrated our 20th birthday anniversary, whatever you want to call it. So what's the ideal success journey for us, for you? We want you to start as a student with Stock Market College. Then we're going to introduce you to our affiliate opportunity. I won't speak about it tonight. I have a separate presentation for that every Tuesday night at 7:30. But as an affiliate, you refer people to Stock Market College and you earn commissions. And we have people making gangster money doing that. Then the one thing that you need to know, you're definitely going to go to step 3. You're going to become a trader with Quick Trade, because the moment you sign up as a student of Stock Market College, we help you open a trading account if you don't have it yet. We help you to make your deposits. We help you to open your first trade. And we have all these support services so that the knowledge that you gain with a course can be applied to make you some money. Does that make sense? Happy so far? And then obviously step number 4 is you can become an introducing broker. So I do presentations on a Monday night for the course, on a Tuesday night for the affiliate program. On a Wednesday night, I have a question and answer facility where I just want to tell you that we have students and traders from all over the world. I mean, I am so proud and impressed and sometimes just, what's the right English word? Astonished. You know, we send communication to people and suddenly, I mean, we have, today, we signed up a client from Montenegro. We have clients in Mexico, the United Arab Emirates, lots of people in Australia and New Zealand and the most interesting places, which proves that people all over the world want to learn how to make money for themselves. I'm going to repeat that sentence. People all over the world want to learn how to make money for themselves. People all over the world want to learn how to make money for themselves. So there's something important that I have to tell you up front. When you become our student, we are going to teach you to understand trading so that you can make your own decisions. We are teaching you a skill that you are going to be able to use for the rest of your life. It's like learning how to swim or drive a car. Once you know how to do it, no one can take it away from you. Does that make sense? Got it?
Yes, yes.
Good. We're teaching you a skill because people all over the world want to learn how to make money for themselves. So what will be your income sources? I'm not going to dwell on it. You're obviously a student. You'll make money as our partner as an affiliate. You'll make money when you trade, and you'll make money as an introducing broker. But those 3 other things we'll teach you over a period of time. Okay, so there's the presentation schedule that I was talking about. On a Monday night's the course, Tuesday is affiliate, Wednesday's trading account. I see I deleted Thursday. I'll put it back. That's the introducing broker part. So now my question to you is, how many of you have actually traded before? If I speak to Joseph or Sipiwe Dlamini, the guy in the street, if you ask someone, have you ever traded? They can only give one of 2 answers. It's either yes, I've traded, or no, I've not. Got it? So I want to know from you, have you ever traded? You know, when I speak to people like yourself, a lot of you have traded. A lot of you have already lost some money. You've made some money. You've seen what trading can do for you. Okay, Samkelo says I've traded. Lorenzo says I've traded. Pumi says, sorry, Pumi, I don't want to laugh, but she said, I saw my account being blown in seconds. Ompemense says, yes, I have. Dani says a little bit. Subiki. Apiwe says, no, it would be first time I want to learn properly. Rieta says, yes, I do, but stop for a while. I've traded. Yes, I've traded before. That's fantastic. It looks like we've got lots of traders. So that's good. Yes, I did, but lost, says Galaxy A11. William says no. So let's talk about what has stopped those of you who haven't traded? Why have some of you not traded? I'm going to give you the answer of why you've not traded. I'm going to give you the answer. Sitembiso Tango says, I have an active trade right now. Yes, I tried. Gilbert Lefada says yes. So those of you who've not traded, and Naledi says, I've tried, but I blew my account. Peter John says, I've been trading 4 years, going for 5 now, but I'm on a losing streak for 4 years. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to change that for you, Peter. Yes. Okay, Wayne Barnes says fear. Fear has stopped him. Lewis says, yes, I've blown accounts several times. Here is something that I must tell you that's so interesting. The best investment that you're going to make is obviously in education. I shake my head because I see people lose. I mean, I've spoken to people who've lost like 50,000 Rand in a month. And I say to them, why don't you learn to trade? And they say, well, I'm too lazy. And then they lose another 50,000. I mean, does that make logical sense? All right. Lots of people say, I'm fearful. So let me explain something to you. I get that answer often. Everyone is scared of something new. Doesn't matter if you drive a quad bike or you start trading. It's normal for you to have fear. It's the fear of the unknown. And I can tell you today with absolute certainty, because of my 30 odd years of experience, 3 decades of experience, is you're fearful because you don't know enough. You're fearful because you don't really understand what you're doing, and you work really hard for your money, and you're scared of just losing it. That's what we're going to change. Lefuno says it sounds difficult. Shaden says it's worth it to take a risk. So let me show you the reasons of why people don't trade. And you guys seem to be only on one of 2 of them. I've had people, when I ask, have you traded? They say, I'm not interested. Now, of course, that's normal. Why would you be interested in the stock market or in trading if you don't know how much money you can make, if you don't have any knowledge? So when someone says, I'm not interested in trading, the first thing that I know and understand, they're actually saying to me, I have no knowledge. The moment I show them how much money they can make, they're suddenly interested. Does that make sense? Then someone says, I have no time. And my question to them would be, well, how much time do you think it takes to trade? And the answer would be all the time, well, I don't know, a lot, a few hours. And when they say I don't have time, I immediately understand they don't have enough knowledge, because if they had any knowledge and they know how much money they could make, they'd make the time for it. Does that make sense? Some people would say, I have no money. And I'd say, okay, how much, what is your knowledge like? Oh no, my knowledge is poor. And then I understand they don't even know how much money they can make. I'm scared, risky. As I said, that's normal. Some people say, I'm giving my money to someone else. And when I say why, they say, well, maybe they know what they're doing. But the true reason why some of you have not traded, and the true reason why some of you have traded but lost money, is because you don't have enough knowledge. That's what I want to clarify. And why are you on this presentation tonight? You want to see how we can teach you to gain that knowledge so that you can make money for yourself. That's it. You're here tonight because you want to make some money. You're more clever than most because you realize that you need some knowledge to make the money. Got it? Okay, Rieta says, I want to learn from you. Samkela says, indeed. Kumi says, correct, lots of it. Yes, it's true. I agree. I like that. So let's go a little step further. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. I like the picture. I like the saying, threw it into the presentation. So here's an interesting question, or 3 questions actually in a row. Please put it in the chat. I mean, let's dream a little bit. Don't be scared to dream. I want you to tell me, how much money do you want to make every month from trading? Now, let me just expand on that question. You're surely not going to trade and only want profits in 15 years from now, do you? So you must sit down. You must think about it right now and say, how much money do I want to make every single month? Because if you're going to spend some time studying, learning about this stuff, there must be some reward. Okay, I like this. Someone says 5K a month, someone says 20K. Luzamo says 100K. Pumi says 50K a month. I will tender my resignation via WhatsApp. 50K. Lufuna says 100K. Rieta says 30K. I'll be glad. 10K a month for Lorenzo, 10K, 30K, 100K for William. Okay, you guys want money. When do you want this money? So now change from how much you want a month to, do you want this money today, tomorrow, at the end of the month, next year, 10 years from now? When do you want this bucks? Colette says 50K. Lorenzo says every month, today, every day, month end, today. Start from now, monthly, every day. Okay, you're all giving the wrong answers, guys. The right answer is you want to make this money yesterday. Colette says now. Got it? 500K a month, says Tsechofatso. You want to push me and have a competition? Kalbrand says, oh, good one. So yesterday, that's what we all want. We want money yesterday. Why do we want the money? For fun. What are your dreams and goals? We all know that we want money. It doesn't matter if it's 50K a month or 500K a month. What are you going to spend it on? What is it that you want? Shaden says financial independence. Carl says, I want to feel secure. Who else? Don't be shy. Peter says financial independence. Dani says financially independent. Come people, I want those that say, I want to spend my money on drugs, alcohol, prostitutes, and gambling. Brian says, I want the GMC Hummer EV. Townhouse Kids Education. Pumi says, cars, travel the world. Apiwe says, I want to look after my family and have independence. Tsechofatse says, travel around the world and have fun. I like those reasons. We'll make them true for you if you do your part. So let's talk a little bit about why do people not make bucks? I can tell you that I grew up in a very small town in the Free State, very conservative family. And my parents would say to me, save your money, put money in savings, buy some policies, put some money into property. And I looked at this and I thought, fuck, no one that I know became rich from doing what people told me they were doing. I'm looking at the reason still. I mean, I have to come back to it. Some killer says I'm the breadwinner, so I need to make it for monthly expenses. Alroy says buy my home or buy me a home and childcare. Ronewa says to feed my family. And Gladys says, I lost my job and I'm 55 and I'm struggling to get a job. I want to do this as my source of income. Josephine says, I want to do stock farming. So let me first show you what not to do with your money, in my opinion. Do not save your money in the bank. Do not buy policies. Look, hold on. I have to qualify that statement. I save money in the bank and I have policies. Don't think that that's going to make you rich. I think it's good to have life policies and some retirements. And if you get some tax benefit, I think it's absolutely important to save money. But those things won't make you rich. And let me show you why. I want to do an exercise with you, and I'm going to ask you to do this exercise with me, because then you can see and experience it for yourself. Got it? So I just want to show you how your money would grow if you go to the bank. I'm going to take 5,000 Rand. It doesn't matter if it's 5,000 Rand or 5,000 Pula or $5,000 or, I mean, use whatever currency you use. If you're on this call and you're from the US, then make that $5,000. If you're from Nigeria, make the 5,000 Naira. If you're from Botswana, say it's 5,000 Pula. But in South Africa, if you go to the bank these days and you're lucky, they will pay you 6% interest on your money for the year. 6% growth per annum. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to put 5,000 Rand into your calculator, and I want you to press the plus sign press 6 and press the percentage sign and tell me how much money you would have. And put it in. Colette says, I want to walk into a store without a calculator and buy anything and everything I love to eat. That's a good reason. Peter John Haas says, I'm doing this for my future and have another source of income. In 10 years, I want to retire from being a crane operator on the port of Cape Town. All right, I've got some answers. 5,300 Rand. So I know this is not a trick question. What is the profit that you've made, guys? The profit is the 5,300 Rand that I have minus what I started with. That's 300 Rand that you've made for the year. Is that true and correct? Now let me show you the interesting thing. How many days are there in a year? Every one of you should get this answer correct. How many days in a year? There we are. So let me show you. I want you to clear your calculator. Then what I want you to do is take only the 300 Rand profit that you've made, and I want you to divide it by 365 days and tell me how much money are you making per day. How does that feel? Pumi says peanuts. What are you going to say if I tell you, give me 5,000 Rand, I'm going to keep it safe for you, and you can come to me every day and I'll give you 82 cents. I mean, look at my questions. How long did it take you to make 300 bucks? Took you a year, am I right? 12 months, 365 days. How much did you need to start with? 5,000 bucks. Now, here's my question. If I give you 300 Rand today, never mind a year from now, what are you going to do with 300 Rand? How's that going to change your life? I mean, put it in the chat box. If I give you three 100 Rand notes right now, what are you going to spend it on? Can you put a tank of petrol in your car? Can you go for dinner at the Spur for 2 people for 300 bucks? Can you cover your taxi fare to work and back for the week? Never mind the month. Can you go and buy KFC for 2 people? Gladys, you can start small with us. Man, you're going to be so happy. You know, learning and doing the course is like the first step. I have to tell you that when you become our student, someone says, buy bread, then finish. Someone else says, buy lunch. Oh, good. Well, until we're good, I'm so glad. Peter says, that's 3 grams of weed, marijuana. I didn't know it was that expensive. And someone says electricity for 2 weeks. Guys, you have to understand, we're going to go through a few steps. With the course, we're going to teach you to trade. When you open your trading account with Quick Trade, our broking business, we're going to allow you to attend trading room sessions where you trade live with other clients. And you can obviously see what they do. Wayne says, how much is your course? So Wayne, we have different courses, but our signature course, it's our top of the range course. You're looking at student fees of like 1,000 Rand a month. I'm telling you that up front so that, you know, when I get to the course fees, you don't have to think, oh, fuck, is it a lot? Is it a little? I mean, one of the things I get from people is, why is it so little? But we'll get to that part now. So Pumi says, my account is live. I'm looking for knowledge. So let's go a little bit further. Why are you getting such a poor return? I mean, I took this picture of this little young white guy and I said, man, he's got 5,000 bucks. What do most people do? They trade indirectly. Why? They give their money to Old Mutual or the bank or someone, and then that money, the financial advisor needs to get paid, and then it goes to the company with the asset manager and the portfolio manager and the broker, and finally the money gets traded on the market, and then they give you shit 6%. What do we want you to do? You become a student of Stock Market College, you learn what to do. We provide you with MetaTrader 5. You open a trading account with Quick Trade. You don't go the long route, you trade for yourself. When you trade for yourself, you don't have to pay other people lots of fees. And it's quite easy now to become rich because you keep all the money that you're making. Does that make sense? But you can't go and trade successfully for yourself and do it consistently if you don't have enough knowledge. That's why we have a course. It's a structured way for you to learn how to do it. Okay, let me show you the possibility, the opportunity. I took some screenshots from News 24, and there's some listed companies that you should know. Investec, Tsogo Sun, Sun International, City Lodge, Sasol, Richmond. These are all companies, and next to it, last year, how did the share price grow? Company's share price grew by 141%. ArcelorMittal, 788%. I mean, that's unbelievable. Imagine if you had some money in some of those. But let me go back to the basics. I need to teach you all the trading basics, even if you're an experienced trader. People forget this. So here is a graph. I've got the price of the shares or the commodity or the currency or whatever. Right now for this graph, I'm just using rands and cents for this demonstration. And then at the bottom, there's time. Now, what you need to understand when you trade with us at Quick Trade, the markets opened at midnight on a Sunday night. So one second past midnight on a Monday morning, you can start trading, and you can trade 24 hours a day until Friday night at midnight when the markets close. So look at this timeline in here, and we can say it's second by second, or we can get the software to give us the trading minute by minute, or 5 minutes, or 1 hour, or day by day, or whatever. Then what you see here, the solid line, is the prices moving over this time period. So just to come back to the basics, what happens when you trade is you need to understand that second by second, the prices are either going up, or they're coming down, or they're moving sideways. Because every single second, there are people buying and selling some of these shares, some of these commodities, some of these indices. Now, what makes that important? Why am I making such a big deal about it? I'm making such a big deal because these movements create opportunity for you and I to buy low and sell high so we can make a profit. So what do we want to do? We want to buy something when the price is down. Why does the price move up? There are more people buying than selling. So people have to offer higher and higher prices to convince sellers to sell. And at some point in time, everyone that wanted to buy is bought. And now there's more people selling than buying. So to sell the shares, people have to offer cheaper and cheaper prices to convince buyers to buy, and it goes down. And then at some point, the whole movement change. What you and I want to do is we want to buy something cheap here at the bottom. We want to sell it at the top, and we want to make the difference between those two prices our profit. Does that make sense to everyone? Got it? Yep. Rieta says, yep. Pumi says, for 3 years, you have access to all the material, including the new stuff. Yes, Pumi. That's how it is. Peter John says, how long is the course? So, Peter, what we do is we have online classes with real live people offering these classes every night of the week, and then some on Saturday mornings. And you can choose which of these classes you want to attend, and you can obviously go into the learning management system and watch the recordings of classes and learn at your own time and speed. So, I mean, COVID has taught us, let me just tell you this, it's so funny. Before COVID, our head office was in Woodmead in Johannesburg. We had 1,200 square meters of offices. And on any day, Monday to Friday, we had anything between 200 to 500 students at the campus. People like you and I who are adults who have a career and a job, people who took leave to come and sit in the classroom. Then COVID hit, and we were already prepared for it because before COVID, we started using Zoom because we had so many clients who wasn't close to Johannesburg, who wanted to connect remotely. So when COVID started, we just moved all our classes online. And we've stayed online. And what's made it so amazing is that people WhatsApp us every single day saying, listen, it's the best thing that's ever happened. I can learn at my own time and my own speed. I have the trading support and the academic support available. I can ask questions as I go along. So for us as a business and for our students, it's just been amazing. But to answer the question, the course is not 3 years. You have access to the training material for 3 years. We have some people who they go through this material at good speed and they complete all the material in like a 2 months period. Then we have some people who go really slowly, and 6 months from now, they've only gone through half the course, but they've learned so much that they don't want to study the balance because they're already making consistent profits. I mean, you'll have to see what works for you. Then there's people who complete the course because that's just who they are. They want to learn every single thing, all the advanced things included. But I can tell you with confidence, because I see it every single day, that if you apply yourself for a few months, you'll have more than enough knowledge to make successful trades and to make enough money to make it worth your while. And enough money is a relative term, guys. I can tell you, as I said earlier, some of you, I'll show you how you can make 10 grand a month. We'll talk about it now. Let me not bore you with some motivational stories. Let's get into it. So when you start with a course and we immediately open a trading account for you with Quick Trade, our broker. And one of the things that we've done very successfully, we send a free trading signals to our students. These trading signals are sent directly to MentorTrader 5, the trading platform that we provide you with and that you're going to train with. We obviously, in our classes, even teach you how to use the trading platform. So we start with the real basics of, okay, you pick up your cell phone. We've installed MentorTrader for you. This is how you open the platform. This is how you see the charts of the things that you're interested in. This is how you add some and this is how you remove some. Okay, we send you a trading signal. This is how you understand the trading signal. I mean, let me just show you a close-up view of a trading signal so that you know what I'm talking about. So I just took the screenshot and blew it up. This is a quick trade. That's why it says QT, trading signal. It was sent on the 13th of July. It was a trading signal to trade a share called multi-choice on the JSE. Now, these shares all have a 3-letter code. Multi-choice is MCG. And it was sent on the 13th of July at 12:51, 9 minutes to 1 o'clock. It says quick trade, trading signal, 13th July, MCG. And here we say buy at 108.50 Rand. And then your target price, TP, sell at 124.06 Rand. Now, in the beginning, you're not going to have knowledge. Oh, and then there's a link to a video where you can watch our analysts look at a chart and say, we are doing this trading signal and this is why. So they explain to you why they decided to send that trading signal. Does that make sense? Got it? So you learn as you go along. Everyone with me? Yes, no, maybe? Good. Alroy says yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Colette says that's great. Much better, yes. Now, let me tell you why it's so important for us to send you trading signals. What is in it for you? What we found is that people get very excited when they earn while they learn. If you get a trading signal or 2 or 3 or 5, I mean, on good days, we send out like 7 trading signals for the day. So in the beginning, you might blindly follow those trading signals, but people soon say to themselves, if I can make this kind of money and I don't even know everything in the course, imagine how well I'm going to do if my knowledge is better. Does that make sense to you guys? So people become motivated when you can see, hell man, the course fee is $1,000 a month, but I've made that in a day. Then you don't care anymore, because when you can make 1,000 Rand in a day, then you can make 2,000 Rand in 2 days. And I'm going to show you that shortly. I'm going to show you this practical trade and what is possible. So yes, here it said buy at 108 Rand 50 and sell at 124 Rand. Let me show you that on a graph. So our analyst will watch multi-choice. We'll see how the cycles move. Obviously on MetaTrader 5, we have some charts. We're going to teach you to look at those charts and graphs. Believe you me, it's simple. It's like anything new. When you see it the first time, you think, oh, fuck, how am I going to do this? And when you've looked at it a few times and you've been part of the trading room, just something so that you know, I'm sure, please forgive me if you are offended to the odd swear word that I say. I only do that because I read on the internet that very intelligent people swear now and then. So I thought, fuck, I better do it. Rieta said that's why the course is so important. And Pumi says waiting for a practical trade. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what Pumi is asking about. We run, when I say we, Quick Trade runs 2 trading sessions a day. Every morning from 9:30 to 11 o'clock, you join on Zoom, and we have a team of people on hand with many clients, and we look at the market and the graphs, and we do trades together. And we do the same thing in the afternoon from 4:30 until 6 o'clock when the American market starts. And you can say to one of our representatives, I want to do this trade. What do you think about it? And these people are licensed with Quick Trade and the Financial Services Conduct Authority to say to you, we think it's a good trade or a bad trade and why. And then you can decide yourself if you want to do it or not. Does that make sense? So you can earn while you learn. This is what the trading signal does. Here we said, okay, the analyst, look, the thing is going down, down, down. We feel that it's going to turn at this price. So get in there and it should go back up to that and then get out there. Elroy says, can I join the classroom every day? Absolutely. Of course you can. Pumi, who said I joined this morning? Who's that? Pumi says, I joined this morning. My first time was awesome to watch, but I'm clueless. Well, it's like that when you do new things. I mean, imagine we arrive at varsity for something. Of course, you're going to be clueless. Where do I get the link for the trading room? Rieta says it's on our website, but I'll ask Zelda to post it in the chat so you guys can join. Okay, let me move on. I know we all want to see. So what I'm going to do is I want to do a comparison. I've showed you that when you take 5,000 Rand and you put in the bank, it's shit. Can I repeat that? If you put 5,000 Rand and you put it in the bank, it's shit. You're never gonna become rich. So I wanted to take the same 5,000 Rand so that I can make a comparison and say, let's go and buy these shares at 108 Rand and 50 cents. So if I reverse this, we want to buy here. I'm going to take the amount of money that I have, and to say how many shares I'm going to buy, I'm going to take the 5,000 Rand and I'm going to divide it by the price of the share. So help me calculate. Put 5,000 Rand into your calculator and divide it by 108 and 50 cents and tell me what's cooking. Sorry, while you're calculating. I'm looking at my phone. Okay, 46.08. Yes, it's about 46 shares. Now, that's interesting. Peter says 46 shares. Bongani says 46.08. It doesn't matter if you just say 46 or 46.08. What's interesting now is if you want to see how much money you've made, you've got to take the 46 shares. When you sell it at 124.06 rand to see what's the total. Now, some of you have taken your calculator. You will clear the calculator and you won't say 46.08. You'll clear the calculator and enter 46 multiplied by 124.06. Some of you will leave 46.08 in your calculator and multiply it by 124.06. So there's kind of two answers depending if you cleared your calculator or not. Who can give me 5706, 5731? I get 5717, depending if you cleared your calculator or not and how many decimals. But my answer is 5,717. So let me ask you the important question. How much profit did we make, guys? Someone says 731. I mean, we made more than 700 rand, am I right? Got it? So here's the question. How long did it take me to make 700 bucks? Who wants to tell me? How long did it take me? Don't be shy. Someone says a trade, someone says a day, 5 minutes, an hour. Well, it depends on how the market moves, but we have people opening and closing multiple trades in a day. I mean, you heard the story about Simpiwe that did 446 trades. Got it? How long did it take you? Like a day. What did you start with? The same 5,000 bucks that you put in the bank. Did you have access to this money? Of course. At any point in time, you can withdraw your money and your profit. No problem. What can you do with it? Well, here's my question. Do you want to make 700 rand a day trading? Or do you want to make 82 cents because your money is lying in the bank? Tell me. I have to tell you it's quite exciting. Yeah, it's wonderful to have you guys on the talk tonight, and thanks for your interaction. I love it when I see. Donnie says, no idea. When did it reach 124 rand after buying? So Donnie, that's such an important question. What we found is that our students don't want to make money slowly. If we generate trade ideas that's going to take 3 or 4 days for you to get results, you're bored. We focus on trade ideas that will get you in and out of a trade in a single day. It's not always possible, but that's what we work towards. Does that make sense? We want to make money today. That's also why we send multiple trading signals, because there's so many opportunities to take. Got it? So the more money you have, the easier it becomes. But here is an interesting thing now. Let me just go talk back, and some of you said you want to make 5,000 rand a month, and some said 10,000, etc. So here's my question. Today's Monday. Let's say you've learned enough.
I just came from the...
No problem, Wandile. Welcome. Glad to have you on the call. So guys, if today's Monday, if we could teach you to make 700 rand today, what are you going to do tomorrow? Are you going to say, well, I've made 700 bucks, I'm okay? Or are you going to say, let me try and make another 700 rand?
Try it again.
And then on Wednesday?
Try it again.
And on Thursday? And Friday? So here's an interesting thing. Clear your calculator. Just put 700 rand in the calculator for fun, for Monday. And Multiply that by 5 days to see how much money will you make for the week if you can make 700 Rand a day trading. What's the answer? $3,500 for the week. Is that correct? Now imagine this. If you can make 3,500 Rand in the first week of the month, in the second week of the month, are you going to say, no, I've made enough money, or you're going to trade? And the third week of the month and the fourth week of the month? So do this. You've got 3,500 Rand in your calculator. Multiply that by 4 and tell me what's the possibility to make for the month. Peter says 14,000 Rand a month. So I want to leave this thought with you. It's not that difficult to make gangster money from trading. If you can get your skill level up with our course to make 1,000 Rand profit a day, that's 5 grand a week, that's 20,000 Rand a month, it's there. If you're making 1,500 Rand a day, that's 7,500 a week, that's 30,000 for the month. Now I have to tell you, not every trade that you're going to make is going to work out. Not every trade idea is going to be okay. And that's fine. The secret to trading is if I make money more often than what I lose, I'll become rich. Do you all understand that? Got it? Lorenzo says risk management. Samkela says the market maker. You've got to apply yourself. If you didn't make money from trading today, it was because you just didn't do it. And you didn't have the knowledge. Got it? But let me show you the comparison. I like to say it's the before and after potential. Some of you save money in the bank. Some of you trade. There's a comparison. I'm going to ask you, do you want to put 5,000 in the bank and make 82 cents a day, or do you want to trade and have the potential and make 700 Rand a day? So while you think about that, I'm seeing some comments in the chat. Elroy says, well, what about the tax man? So I'll tell you something, Elroy. I'll rather make a shitload of money and pay tax than be poor and pay no tax. I mean, let me give you guys a choice. Tell me which one of these you want to choose. Choice number 1, you feel that your life is shit. You're in the back of a taxi on your way to Muria and you want to commit suicide because you're poor. Okay, that's choice number 1. Let me give you choice number 2. You're sitting in your Ferrari in front of a nightclub. You feel that your life is shit and you want to commit suicide. Which of those 2 people do you want to be? Rieta says number 1. Rieta, do you want to be in the back of a taxi? Or do you want to be in a Ferrari? The Ferrari guy's number 2. So let me tell you a secret, because I've made a lot of money over the years from trading. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it makes you a lot more comfortable. It gives you different problems. You don't have to worry, do I have money to eat? You have to worry, what am I going to eat? Dane, you like that, eh? Can I repeat that? When you make money, some killer says it buys me happiness. When you make money, you don't have to worry, do I have money to eat? You worry about, what am I going to eat? Nice life problems, Chiamo says. So I'll tell you, I got involved in trading because I like the fact that I can use my mind and I can make some good decisions and I can just have bucks. That's what does it for me. I mean, I don't want to be negative, but let me just tell you something. I met with an extremely well-known person the other day. And he said to me, that's what we South Africans are good at. We're good at learning new things. We're good at finding ways to make money. And his words were, he's so excited to see how many thousands of people over the years we've taught to trade properly. And when he looks at the results, I mean, that's exciting. So I'm almost done, guys. I think I have 2 or 3 slides left. I'm going to go. I want to show you one of the things that you will find tonight is I'm not going to spend too much time on the course and the content and the syllabus and a whole lot of rubbish like that, because some of you might be interested in that, but the majority of you, all you want to do is understand how much money am I going to make. You understand clearly that, okay, I sign up on the course. I'm going to start from the basics. These people are going to train me step by step. I'm going to have all these resources available. I get support. I'm going to earn one while I learn. Okay, I'm going to make some money. Got it? Happy? Gilbert says, Arietta says money makes money. And Gilbert says it's all about having. I like those reasons. So let me show you some screenshots that I took of real clients and trading. This was a beginner trader with us. The guy did 20 trades. 5 of them turned out negative and 15 was positive. So what do we mean by that? If you do 20 trades, you won't always make money on all of them. You have to be comfortable up front that you will lose money on some trades. You also have to be comfortable that you'll make money on some of these trades. And as your knowledge increases, you'll just do better and better. The secret, as I said earlier, if you make money more often than what you lose, you'll become rich. So what did we do here? This guy started with 5,000 Rand in his trading account. He did 20 trades. 4 days later, he made a profit of 3,427 Rand in total. Not bad. Please, on this note, I've also got to say to you, please don't be unthankful when you make a success. Can I give you an example that'll make you shake your head? Are you ready for this? I had a client phone me some time ago. He was very upset. He said, you know what? I opened a trading account with 10,000 Rand. It's 3 weeks later. I've only made 3,000 Rand profit. Do you know what I said to him? I said, if you took your 10,000 Rand and you put it in the bank for a year, 6% of 10,000 Rand, you would have made 600 Rand for the year. Divide that by 12, you would have made 50 Rand a month. You coming to me and you're complaining because you made 3,000 Rand in 3 weeks. What the fuck? 3,000 Rand on 10,000 is 30% profit that you've made. So money makes money. If you started with 100,000 Rand, he wouldn't have made 3,000 profit. He would have made 30,000 profit. Does that make sense? So what I want you to be comfortable with, Donnie says, shake my head. I agree with you. Olatilwe says, I'm struggling to make that amount. Olatilwe, we're going to coach you along the path to make it happen. I'll tell you, there will be nothing more exciting for you than to look at your account and say, look at my success. You'll also be unexcited when you lose a bit of money. That's part of the process. But in the long run, we're going to make it happen. In any case, I'm dawdling. Let me move on. So then I took a screenshot of someone who had more money and that was trading for longer. So this guy did like 20 trades. He made 29,000 Rand profit, but he started with more money. Then I went and looked at some of our clients and I said, okay, let me take a much bigger trader. So I took a screenshot of this guy, 330,000 in his trading account, and he made profit of 230,000 Rand in a day. That's almost $250,000. Imagine that was you. Almost $250,000. Imagine that was you. Almost $250,000. Imagine that was you. Now, how do you get to this? I know that some of you are sitting on this presentation tonight. You're not going to start with that kind of money. Maybe you start with $500 or 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. I don't care. You shouldn't either. You've got to start somewhere. It's not what you start with, it's how you trade and how you apply the knowledge that you've acquired and how you make it happen from there. Does that make sense? To get to a trading account with $1 million or $2 million in there, you can get there, even if you start with your 1,000 or 2. Then I had some fun. I went and looked at some unsuccessful people, and I found this guy, Tom. He started with 50,000 Rand, and after 9 days, he lost like 24,000. And then he did some other trades, and a few days later, he had 9.92 Rand left in his account. Check that. Do you want to be like Tom? That's the question. Yes, no, maybe. So let me show you the course fees, because that's a question that people asked earlier. The course fees, we have 3 options. It's all for the same course. A lot of people say, just so that you know, I mean, let me talk about that. We've been in South Africa for 20 years. January last year, because we are enrolling so many people all over the world, one of the challenges that we dealt with is someone in the United States or someone in Nigeria or someone in Holland says, well, what is a Rand? How do I sign up for this course? But what is Rands? How many dollars is this? How does this work? So what we did is we registered Stock Market College as a business in America. And we actually moved our online business to America so that we have an American bank account and we have our students enroll and their course fees are in USD. And that overcame the challenge to explain to people all over the world what's Rands. So if you want to start off and you want to make a monthly investment in yourself in the course, then you start with a deposit of $64, depending on the exchange rates, about 1,000 Rand a month. And then your monthly course fees is $64. Some people are quite happy because they take the cash that they have and they put that in their trading account, and their goal is to make more than $64 so that their profits pay for the course. That's one option you have. Some people don't like monthly fees or course fees, so they pay a much larger deposit, $947, and then their monthly course fee is $19. Some people say, listen, I don't want monthly course fees. $1,527, I think it's 24,000 Rand or something, depending on the exchange rate. Let me get this done, and it's done and dusted. So those are the course fees. We don't care which option you take. Everyone starts with the same course at the same place, and you go through that journey. Does that make sense to all of you? Okay, I'm going to go back a few steps and then I'm going to close off. I want to remind you about some things so that I can feel comfortable that you know what we've discussed. You've gone and sat down. One of the reasons why you attended tonight is you want to make a monthly income. I've asked you some questions. You should know how much you want to make, when you want to make it, and why. My question to you is, whatever you're doing with your money right now, well, I can tell you, I don't even have to ask you, it's not making shit happen for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on my presentation tonight. Am I right or am I wrong? You are looking, you're looking to make things happen for yourself. I've shown you that if you put money in the bank and the mainstream things, man, you're paying other people and you're never going to become rich. I mean, who can live with that kind of money? So look at your options. You don't want to pay other people to make money for you and get paid peanuts. You want to say, okay, I understand. I've been taught these things. I know how to do this. I can earn while I learn. I get help and support. It's possible for me to make this kind of money. And make that comparison and say, what do I want? Where do I want to go? And then obviously, what's standing between you and making that kind of profit? I can tell you right now, it's your lack of knowledge. Where are you going to get the knowledge? That's what we do at Stock Market College. I like it. Carl Brand said, dead right, buddy. Rieta says, I love this meeting. Pumi says, is the Black Friday special garden? Yes, Pumi, it's long ago. Lorenzo says, I don't want to become rich but wealthy. Oh, Zala says it's still available. And Pumi says, no Valentine's special. Mika says there's a holiday promo. So what do you need to do? Look at these traders and say, where do I want to fit in? Am I going to be a beginner trader? Am I intermediate? Am I professional? Or am I a Tom? Am I going to keep trading and losing my bloody money? What is the value you put into yourself to acquire a skill to make this kind of money? I can tell you right now, if you go out to varsity, your fees are going to be a lot more than this, and you're not going to learn to trade for yourself. But what's the summary of my presentation tonight? Someone invited you here. You can meet with them after the presentation. Amora's actually, I think she's on the call. Amora's got the instructions of what do we do from here? How are we going to talk to you and find out, is this what you want to do or not? Amora, are you around? Let's see if she's there. Yes, I can see she's there. She's on mute. Maybe she's gone and grabbed
I am here. Sorry,
the internet's not so good.
there we go.
Thank you. Now we can see you too. Can you hear us some more?
I can, H.
Please tell everyone, what is the procedure from here? I'm done with my presentation. They're going to ask some last questions on the chat, but how are we going to follow up with them to find out if they're going to be our new student or not?
Okay, so perfect. Thank you. Everybody, good evening. Everybody that's on the call tonight, we will, from Stock Market College side, give you a follow-up tomorrow morning. If you're ready to get going right away, then please do visit our website. And at the top of the website, you can either become a student and get everything ready. Otherwise, you can contact myself or Naledi, that's part of the Stock Market College team. But either way, we will make sure that you are assisted. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Amor. Any last questions for me, guys, before we get on with the rest of our evening? Please don't be shy. Put in the chat facility. On the chat function, not the chat facility. What am I talking about? And thank you for those people who followed me on Instagram. I'm going to follow you back shortly. We'll get it all going. Check out my Instagram story today. I went and played rugby at 1 o'clock. And then I went to the office in jeans and a shirt, but I went barefoot. I spent the whole afternoon at the office. And people said, why don't you wear shoes? And I said, well, you know, I make enough money. I don't have to wear shoes. So check that out on my Instagram story. So it was quite fun. Carl says, times like this, I wish I was on social media. One dealer says, can people trade without signals? Of course you can. Donnie says, please repeat what the seminar will be on Tuesday and Wednesday. So Donnie, tomorrow night, we're doing our presentation about what is an affiliate. You become an affiliate for Stock Market College. On Wednesday night, I have a question and answer facility about Quick Trade, our trading business. What is Quick Trade? How does it work? Answering anything about that. And on Thursday night, we speak about our introducing broker program. So those are the things. Wayne says, can we start when we have sufficient money? Of course you can. What you do is you just explain or talk to Amor and say, look, I want to sign up, but I want to start at the end of the month. Of course you can do that. My telephone number, I'll put it in the chat. Please, as I said, don't phone me. Just send me a WhatsApp if you need anything. You'll also get communication. Wayne says, can you become a student while having a 9-to-5 job? Absolutely, you can. Remember, 99% of our students are adults. People that come to us, someone says, I'm a doctor. I can only see so many patients a day in 15-minute time slots, so I can only make so much money. I'm tired of working all these hours because when I'm sick or on holiday, I don't even earn. I mean, I went to go and see the not the gynecologist, the urologist. And he didn't want to find out what my problem was. When he heard that he saw the keys of my Ferrari on the table and he asked what I was doing. And I said, well, you know, I'm into trading. And all he wanted to talk about was, well, how do I make money and how do I learn and how do I become your student? And yeah, then he charged me thousands of rands to do a procedure. So most people that do this course is someone who's sick and tired of their job. Someone who says, you know, it doesn't matter how hard I work for this company, I'm only going to get paid X. Someone who says, I'm looking for a hobby that'll make me some extra money. Someone who says, man, I know people who've really done well, and if they can, why can't I? Yeah, so that's up to you. We'll get you going. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming along tonight. Have a beautiful evening. And Colette says, when will the recording be available? Would love to show my partner. Dwayne, how are we going to get the recording to Colette?
It'll be ready in the next hour. I'll post it in our affiliate group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you look at the attendance register and maybe send a link to the recording by WhatsApp to Colette?
Yeah.
Dwayne, can I ask you if you could please add it to the YouTube, the SMC YouTube channel? Then those who are not affiliates on this presentation can actually just go to the Stock Market College YouTube channel, and they can just like and subscribe to it too, please. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Others. I will send it to Colette if Dwayne posts it, because I invited her with other people as well. So I'll make sure that she gets it.
Well done. Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a wonderful evening. Okay.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Salva. Dwayne.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.